Now we're taking on the issue of prom dangers. Joining me in the discussion, we have Marissa Fisher, a trauma nurse at Jersey City Medical Center, and 18-year-old Michael Napola. He suffered traumatic brain injury while drinking and driving. Now he's making it his mission to stop other teens from making the same mistake. Michael, let's go back to that terrible day. What were you thinking?
I was joyriding. I was drinking, having fun, not thinking about any of the bad things that could happen, I was going about 60 and a 25, so I was going way too fast. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I hit a telephone pole, and I went out the sunroof.
What kind of injuries did you incur?
I broke my neck in 4 places, broke ribs. I was in a coma for 3 weeks. 2
other people in the car with you?
Yeah, they were. They were wearing their seatbelts though, and they got out of the car fine, just fine.
Marissa, you're a trauma nurse. Obviously, you see this sort of thing a lot. What goes through your mind when you see these kids coming into the emergency room?
It just strikes me that these kids think they're fearless or immortal, or it can never happen to them. And then, when it does happen to them, it's a tough situation to see them in that state and to then see their family and caregivers at that point.
Michael, prom night. Can you tell us what you tell other teenagers to do or not to do that can prevent something catastrophic?
Right, yeah. I tell them, to have fun, of course, but also, not to get in the car if you're drinking or doing any drugs or anything like that, of course, it's prom night. Everyone's going to be doing something, trying to have fun, but not to get in any car, not behind the wheel. That's the worst thing that they could do.
Michael, what's your life been like since the accident?
My life since the accident has been all about trying to get better. Just, every day, I take it every day, just trying to get better, doing rehab and all that stuff.
And I understand you also have a website.
Yeah, I do, onebaddecision.com.
What's on the website?
A video I made to show kids what can happen, and I use myself as an
example, I'm sure, to others, right?
Right.
Marissa, obviously lots of people take limos to the prom, so parents think, well, I've done enough. At least they're not going to be out there driving themselves, but that's not always enough, is it?
No, not always the case. What we ask these teens to do is to find a responsible adult or, their parents, their caregivers, or someone they feel comfortable with, and have sort of a contract with them that if they know that they did something, drinking, had, drugs, and so they are responsible. They can call that responsible adult to help them out in that situation.
Michael, sometimes the kids listen to you more than they might to Marissa. What do you tell them?
I just tell them not to get in the car. I'm not going to try and stop anyone from drinking or doing anything, because that's not realistic. But I just say not to get in the car after doing stuff like that, drugs or drinking or anything like that.
Should they be afraid to snitch on a friend?
I don't think snitching is the right thing to do, but I think you should talk to the friend, one-on-one, and say something to them.
Do you think going out and talking to other kids has helped? You've done that a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to maybe 15 to 20 schools talking, I think it's a lot more, it hits home a lot more when a kid your age talks to you, It's not from a grown-up or a teacher or something, It's someone your age that you can relate to.
Sounds like you've really made a difference.
Yeah, thank you.
Marissa, what kind of difference do you think you can help make now before the prom starts?
Well, just recently we were at Liberty High School in Jersey City, and we simulated a teen drinking car crash to show the students what exactly would happen. The kids were extricated from the vehicles. We had a mock scene where a child died and one was paralyzed. So educational activities like that to show that this is actually what can happen will help.
Well, thank you both so much for taking time to be with us.
Thank you.
Thank
Our
you.
guests today, Marissa Fisher and Michael Napola.